It's a cruel It's a cruel, cruel summer. Leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer. Now you're gone. You're not the only one. It's a cruel summer. Leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer. Now you're gone.
That's from the church. That's me a year ago. Hey now, Scott, Darren, what is up? I'm feeling, if you have not heard of this guy, I'm feeling that even though I don't have that length, I'm starting to look like King Cobra JFS. Yeah, Jack. I'm powered by Rain, Inferno, Major Melon, or whatever the flavor it is. Watermelon. I said that. Well, you get the picture. Plus, I've been having a few White Claws. I've been clawed, but not as much as usual. Started watching this Italian comedy. No, Jack, Liquid Death, I wanted to get some, but then you got to buy a case of it, and it's just fucking water. But I would have bought it. Yeah, I know it looks like an energy drink or alcohol. But yeah, it's pretty funny. That what's that actor's name? Joe Montaiga or whatever. Happy Batman Day. Well, thank you. It's Death to Plastic. But I was watching this Italian movie. It's one of those comedies with Edwidge Fenech. Barbara Boucher's in it, but I never got to the point where she was at because I was watching this other stream that I posted on my Facebook page. They were doing a live stream of weird movies and stuff, so I watched it instead. Had 2 White Claws, and it was enjoyable. I called some girl homely, which they were like these older or weird looking witch chicks, and they kind of freaked out a little bit in the chat, and I was like, dude, I didn't think that was a big deal, but okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bobby Boucher. It's something like 40 grand or something. I don't even know. It's got like 40 grand something in the title. I need to look it up. I don't have the English title, but anyway, Thomas Mulan is in it, but you cannot recognize him. He's got this wig on that's like it's like a flat top. It's really flat and thick, and he's got these glasses on that are like magnifying glasses. No, Jack. This other channel's chat that I was on, because I was just goofing around as I usually do, and just commenting on the movie because it was a Mexican horror movie, and I was just goofing. I was trying not to be too outrageous, but homely is apparently I didn't want to. It seemed like to upset this dude, and I was like, I'm sorry, and I'm not being a dick about it. I'm just saying I didn't know. I was just trying to goof. But anyway. What did we watch last night, Dana?
That was last night.
Did I watch something before I laid down? I can't remember what it was. I wrote it down.
Yeah, and you had the light bars going and stuff. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Can you go look on my computer? There's a text file open.
It's open right now?
I hope to be. I have to use text. I have to write down what I watch because I forget. I did watch the majority of the movies in the MDK all day. It's if you look on my desktop, it's just called text file. The world has gone mad. The new one. Let's get some information. Yeah, what's the name of it again? Boogie Rosé. Now this is like a 92, 93 Giallo or something like that, and it's kind of gay themed. There's a writer or something, or reporter. I don't even know what he is. I think he's a reporter, kind of, and he's trying to get in. He's like picking up these gay guys trying to write his stuff. It's kind of crazy. Oh, I understand what you're saying now. Engage. I thought you were talking about Nick Gage. Yeah, people crazy. Yeah, that's crazy stuff. But I watched 2 of the movies from the Sergio Martino set that's out. But, you know, obviously, I think most of those have came out individually. I watched Suspicious Death of a Minor and Your Vice is a Room, and only I have the key. Yeah, Case of the Scorpion's Tail is the third one, which I'd already watched, but I just watched a few minutes of it because I had to do a stream with Wes about those movies. Yeah, I seen those Engage things. They would probably not. Yeah, I've watched the Unnameable. It's been a while, but I think I actually saw the Blu-ray rip of it. Yeah, that was also on Joe Bob's Drive-In years ago, I believe, on the movie channel. But yeah, I remember watching it. The second one's a kind of, I don't know, I can't remember the second one, but I know that Maria Ford is in it, and she's pretty hot. And she's like the unnameable whatever the fuck. It was pretty good. So, yeah, I do too, and it's a weird movie because I've seen it before, but for some reason I didn't remember that Edwidge Fenech is not a really nice person in this film. So that's the first time I've seen that in a film. And, of course, her fate is unique as well. But, and you got a blonde Ivan Razumov or whatever. Usually he's not blonde. I don't know why he was blonde or white-haired. I don't understand that part of it. But it was a pretty decent film overall with gore and, I mean, the twists and turns. So, Malignant. So, I did a deep dive over the last day or two of Malignant on the internet. And I come to find out the division between people that like it and people that hate it is down to the people who like it are very intelligent and the people who dislike it are not. That's pretty much it. I mean, no. I don't know. I don't understand why the third act is like that divisive. I mean, because it's really not. I mean, this is a crazy film to begin with, so I don't understand why that was so outrageous to these people who watched it, but no, Jack, I do not have dirty work. I'm sorry. My research is off. Probably. Most likely. I didn't do any research, so sorry. I just don't understand. I mean, I guess it's just depending upon what kind of films you watch, and then if you're used to these kind of weird turns in films. Because, I mean, I'm used to it. The CG, I'll have to go back and watch the CG because I apparently just kind of blacked out because, I mean, I watched this movie and I didn't really notice the CG being that bad, but I mean, obviously I would imagine a lot of that blood splurting at certain points is CG, but I did not notice that much. And it is crazy why people so many people didn't like it, but, to each his own, as they say. Hey, man, thanks, Stream Elements. Throw your support over to Patreon. You could say something about Super Chats, too, Stream Elements, but I guess you're not programmed to do that. DEADPIT on Patreon.com. Tiers start at just $1. You get tons of content, and coming up very soon, the new Eurocult show is coming out with me and Darren Burrows. I went through the episode over the last week or so. Actually, it was last Sunday and then today, trying to put it together a little bit, polish it with my usual polish, which is a little bit, and at least the first episode will be available for free. I'm not sure if the other ones will be, but we're just discussing Don't Torture a Duckling, the Giallo from 1972, I believe. Very fun watch. and kind of unique for a Fulci movie. Yeah, I would agree with the Sane Asylum, but I thought that was cool though. I mean, maybe I'm just old style person, but Jack, Insidious scared me. I mean, the jump scares and stuff. I'm pretty a sucker for jump scares in a theater. I was remembering, I scream and shit, especially like there was a couple parts in Insidious. I can't remember them offhand because it's been a long time, but definitely in Conjuring when they had the little hands go. I just like ah! I screamed a lot. Yeah, Torso is our second episode, so I haven't watched that yet, but I'll be watching it this coming Friday. Well, ain't James Wan American? I didn't think he was. Maybe he's British. I don't know. I mean, there were certain parts that I agree. The first Conjuring is the best Conjuring. That I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. But I think he's Australian. Yeah, he might be because I can't hardly remember him talking. So he probably is. He's Asian Australian. That's a lot of Chinese and Asian people go to Australia. Because I guess it's close. It's kind of like some of the Jackie Chan movies were filmed there. I think that one I don't like too much is like Mr. Nice Guy or whatever the fuck it is, where he's a chef or something. This is one. One is the loneliest number. Yep. He's Australian, if you say. So, I bought this off eBay a while back, and this is a token for 42nd Street, so you could see some adult action.
Steve, can I borrow you?
What's up?
Can you open this?
So,
It's a Frito. Thank you.
yeah. And I'm wearing my City of Living Dead. There's something on the back, but I don't think you can see it. Yeah, Darren, I agree with. There's some similarities, or definitely can put something in that for a basket case. Yeah! They said hi, Dana. Dana's got a box opening coming up.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of making potato.
She's making Cuban meatloaf right now. So, how about them apples? So I do think, I mean, I've heard other people talk. I just think Malignant is going to be more of a sleeper hit later on. But you know, what do I know? I don't know much. I just thought it was cool. It was different than anything that it's out there. So, yeah. Thanks, Vader. Well, Jack, I watched the trailer and I was thinking it was fucking, imaginary friend shit and stuff. So I was like all screwed up. I didn't know what the fuck, which is great because I don't want a trailer that tells me everything that happens. Ah, neat. I see what you're saying, Jack. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I hear it. Imaginary brother friend? Yes. Exactly. Hey, Jay. It's not, I mean, I'll be honest, I thought it was an entertaining thing, man. And I know there was that one, people talking about the scene where they're in jail and stuff happens, and I just thought that was fun. So, have at it. So I'm going to rewatch it again, but I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll wait for a few weeks before I rewatch it. Yeah. Check it out. 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 There's some weird stuff that I saw announced. Let me take a look. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Definitely waiting till October. Like, Mondo Macabre is releasing they're having a Halloween they have two hints for an unannounced Mondo Macabre Halloween sale titles. One is a Spanish horror film, the other was a folk film. So hard to say what that's going to be, but I'm really... Yeah, it'll be out. I mean, yeah, definitely they'll probably take it off for a while. And of course, Vinegar Center was having this big sale, or a big announcement, a flash sale, pre-order sale next weekend. I mean, what the fuck, yo? What's this shit about Boarding House on Blu-ray? I mean, I've seen the 35 millimeter print, and it looks really dark and shit, but goddamn, I can't imagine it being cleaned up. So I don't know. I'm interested to see screenshots. Yeah, it took me a minute to recognize Zoe Bell in Malignant. Well, I'm sure that was her character. Yeah, I'm waiting for a few. I'm probably going to get the Snyder's Justice League, but I'm just waiting. See if maybe I can get it for Black Friday or something. Maybe it'll be $20, maybe less. I don't know. But yeah. AGFA is coming out with this fucking Boarding House, which I got the fucking crazy almost 3 hour version, and this thing was filmed on VHS if I remember, but I can't not understand how they're going to make this look any better, but maybe I'm wrong. And it does include a previously unreleased alternate cut called Psycho Killer. Yeah, Jack. I have Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K, but for some reason I'm like, I'm going to wait at least till Thanksgiving week to watch it, because, you know. And there's Sally and Jess, a previously unreleased family film from the makers of A Boarding House. Love. Yeah, I'm waiting on the Suicide Squad one as well, but short bus, huh? Getting the hell out of Beavis and Butthead on Blu-ray. And the Steelbook has got cheap for Scream 4K. Yeah, Darren, me too. I got the long version, whatever the fuck, whoever released that shit, and I'm done with Boarding House. I mean, it's okay, but it's not that great. Yeah, the long cut. Yeah, maybe not. I guess. Yeah, I know, Jay. Maybe that's going to be one of their announcements is for the Emmanuel, unless that's Severin, but I can't remember. I don't know about the 4K, but at least the Blu-ray. The Fast and the Furious, I watched that, and it's not as bad as everybody said, but it's not great either. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Then I got the 2, Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome coming out on 4K. And I'm trying to see if I can get the Steelbook of both. Ooh, Sons of Steel. What is this? I don't know, Vader. I mean, I haven't really paid attention, but I mean, I do have a few of the black cases they've released. I mean, from Fast and the Furious 5 onward, they've been pretty good. I mean, they've been crazy over the top action and stuff, so. I'm also looking for that, New York Ninja? It's okay, but it's way over the top. You know, I mean, if you've heard that they go to space, then so I mean, they go to space in a Fiero, so you know. Night Gallery's coming out on Blu-ray season 1, which I've seen some of those, but not a lot. And so I can't really, I mean, obviously they're not as good as Twilight Zone, but, you know, 70s. Yeah, they did, Scott. That's exactly what they did. Which, you know. Looks like Bloodhook is getting released by Troma on Blu-ray this time.
I've already got it on Blu-ray.
Well, it's getting that. And then they're coming out with the Santo movies from VCI. A big set of them, but that basically got the dub versions from El Rey Network. Which, not a bad thing, I guess. But that one movie that they released, the dubbing is quite relaxed. It is. I mean, they're not really like... They're just kind of dead reading the information and stuff. It's just like, hey, we need to leave. You know, they're not really into it a lot. Coming to Blu-ray. So it looks like a Malignant's coming to Blu-ray the 15th of October. So I don't know about the 4K. Bloodhook might be a different version. Well, at least that's something, right? That's better than the same old version getting released every time you turn around. I saw something. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, John, they've been a lot. I would say that they've, you know, unfortunately for that Paul Walker dying, but other than that, I mean, it's still pretty cool. Shit, I don't even know what I was trying to find. I saw something that was pretty interesting. They're doing a a Lost Boy reboot. Lovely. Let's see. Of course, Nick Cage has got a new movie out, Prisoners of Ghostland, which I haven't watched yet. Then they got VHS 94. It's coming to Shudder next in October, so that'll... Some of those, I mean, the overall movies might not be great, but there's usually at least one or two of those stories that were decent in the VHS movies. Last Night in Soho, that's another film that I want to see. It sounds like it's pretty good, and it's kind of a throwback to, at least that's what Edgar Wright's saying, to some Giallos and stuff. Yeah, Darren, I agree. But unfortunately, but they don't really care. I mean, it's for some reason people can't watch a movie from 1987 or 6 or whatever. And it's imagine the little kids watching a black and white movie. They would lose their freaking minds. And next weekend on Shudder, Elvira will be back hosting some films, so that'll be fun. I think that might have been what I was looking for, but they're going to show. It looks like they're going to show her movie, Mistress of the Dark, House on Haunted Hill, City of the Dead, rather. And Messiah of Evil, which Messiah of the Evil is one that I've thought about revisiting because I've listened to a podcast talking about it. And since I've seen that movie, I really like it. So I'll probably watch some of that, but I'm not sure if I'll be watching it all in one night. I didn't even do that with the Joe Bob shit because I can't stay awake. The Last Matinee. Let me see what this is. Oh. Last Matinee is red screening. I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe I'm wrong. No, it's red screening. Definitely I would suggest you check that out. You can find it online if you're so inclined. But yeah, it's really good, and it's got a lot of throwbacks to Giallo movies and just Italian horror movies. I think there's, you can see a poster for Anguish and stuff like that in the background. It's a really fun movie. I really liked it. I think it's I think it's Peru or Chile. I think it's a Peru movie. From Peru, if you will. Yeah, Jay. I mean, back in the day, I was watching this film earlier. Right, Scott, definitely. There's a lot of if you don't watch foreign movies, you're really missing out on a lot of good shit, no matter what it is. Action. I don't watch dramas, but action and horror movies mainly. Those are really a lot of great stuff coming from different countries. And a lot of those, some of those you can watch on Shudder. I imagine the red screening will be on Shudder at some point, but some of their they had some like Thailand movies on there that were really pretty good as far as horror films. What the fuck is this? Alright, thanks. I actually watched the documentary on Klaus Kinski off of the Nosferatu in Venice, and it was basically going over his last few years, and it was really good. You know, you learn a little bit more about him, especially his last years. Top 10 list, Vader. That's a hard one. I mean, Demons 2, Deep Red, Suspiria, Phenomenon, City of the Living Dead, Zombie, you know, Evil Dead 2. So there's a lot of good stuff. Especially, I like Italian horror movies, but The Thing is one. Dana got the 4K of that, and I just saw a little bit of it, and it looks really good. I'm waiting a little bit longer to watch it because I like to wait. I don't want to spoil it right now. I want to save it for October.
I finished watching it. It all looks amazing.
Okay, Blair, are you ready for the 100? 100. 100 needful things. 99. The town they dreaded said down. Actually, that's the remake. But no, I can't think that. That's too many. That's too many numbers.
I could come up with 100.
Dana can do it because
It would
she
take me a little bit.
has spreadsheets and shit.
Yeah, I have Excel spreadsheet.
Can you take over for me, Dana, for a minute?
Oh,
I have
for a minute?
I have nature calling me.
Okay.
Well, Triple X, I'm not 100% sure what is for dinner. But believe you me, I will have some type of dinner. Here's
What?
dinner.
Do you want me to open my thing while you're going?
Yeah, your thing.
My special gift that you got me?
You can do it now or you can do it later, whichever you want to. But I have to run to the restroom because I've been white clawed. Hold on, Dana, you coming?
Yes, I'm getting my
You getting your?
box cutter.
Dana's gonna open her thing I got her.
You didn't tell them what it was.
No.
Okay. Well, we know what it is, but I'm not going to tell you guys. I'll just let y'all enjoy. Let me see if I can get this sucker open without killing myself. Let's see if we can. And I don't want to tear up the product either. You might have a pretty good idea by the size of this package what this is. I think it'd probably be better to try to open it this way. And something that I missed out on the first time around, and I didn't think that they were going to get any more in, but it turns out they did. This is from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm thankful that Steve noticed that they were temporarily back in stock of this product. I'm sorry for my messy hair too, by the way, guys. I don't have my first mate's hat on right now. But what this is the 7-inch vinyl Blood Harvest that only has 2 songs on it, but I just think it's cool because well, number one, it's got, Steve said Tiny Tim's ugly face, but it's his scary clown face from Blood Harvest. Those of you that have seen the movie will remember that face. It's actually a picture disc. It says Tiny Tim and Blood Harvest on the other side. And this is a limited edition, so I'm not sure how they sold out of them and then got some more if it's a limited edition, but whatever.
They found some.
They found some in the basement somewhere.
They found some where
it features the theme song "Marvelous Mervo," sung by the one and only Tiny Tim.
they found some where Richard, what's his name? Richard Band, Charlie Band found his VHS boxes.
Oh yeah, it was like that, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what Steve got me because, like I said, I wanted the first time around, and ow, Darcy's killing me. I wanted it the first time around, but missed out on it, and thankfully somebody found some in their basement or something, or their garage, and Steve was able to snag me one. But I'm gonna turn it back over to Steve
For a few minutes, and then Dana Lynn's going to take over.
I'm letting the Cuban meatloaf refrigerate for an hour.
Yeah, I'm planning my retirement on selling that record later on.
I'll have to be dead.
A Captain B Plan shirt, not in that box. I don't know about J Real. We need to get some. I think a good one would be him flexing on a white shirt. It would look like kind of like an Orange Cassidy shirt. I think that would be tight. Freshly squeezed J Real. There also might, I bought some, got a design that Wes did for a Eurocult shirt, so I would get that. Damn, Jay. 1,000? Shit. I'll give you one. School of the Holy Beast. Japanese nuns in weird tortures. Yeah, I do too. I want to tell Wes about that. We can make some quiche off of the J Real shirts. Let me get some watermelon mash or whatever the fuck this is called. Watermelon Warlord, I think that's what it's called. You love it? Great. What time is it? Oh yeah. I actually I was thinking about not doing anything tonight, but I thought, what the fuck? As I usually do. But, I was thinking about watching the new Candyman, but I just couldn't get into it as like I thought I could. There, like I posted on Facebook, there's a guy doing a stream, so. Yeah, I like the Barbara Steele thing that Wes came up with for the Eurocult. I've not seen the new Candyman now. Is the Palma's Sisters worth watching and the movie Asylum? Both are worth watching. Now, I probably enjoyed Asylum a little bit better than Sisters, but Sisters is not bad. And there's a lot of cheap options for Sisters. I think there's even a Criterion version, I thought. But definitely an Arrow version. And it's interesting, but, Yeah. Him flexing would be. And his abs. Definitely. I think the head shave J would look better on a shirt. And also within 2 weeks or so, we got Fright Night coming up that we'll be screening Don't Panic. Yeah, so 2 weeks. So won't be doing a show October 2nd because I'll be hopefully there. So anybody within the distance that they want to drive to Fright Night. I mean, obviously we're not going for the whole weekend. I think that might be the only day that we're there, and I don't know you know, beyond that screening. About probably it will be 10 o'clock at night. It's usually when we do them, but I don't know when. So it'll probably be the only thing that they do and I'll be at. So we'll see. We don't have a table or anything, so it'll just be that screening. So I'm gonna try to tape it. DEADPIT Radio is in the house. Saturday Nightmares, 10 o'clock.
I might be there.
The Horror Guy, Asylum is on Tubi. Thank you. I hear about the Night House. I think I have heard something about the title, but I don't know much about it, so... that title almost sounds like it's going to be on Shudder. But Tubi's got a lot of good stuff. Now, I have a modded version of Tubi on my Fire Cube that cuts out the commercials for somehow. So that was awesome. Whoa. How about that, Darren? Well, I'm going to have to go see it at the theater because Dana wants to go, so might as well not even do that. And Chapelwaite, if anybody's got Epics, which I don't know who has Epics, Chapelwaite is pretty good. It's like a prequel to Salem's Lot. And I think it's up to the episode 5 or so, and it was pretty good, the last episode. It took it a couple episodes to get to the vampire stuff, but it finally got to it. And it was pretty good. Absolutely, Mr. DEADPIT on Patreon. Tiers start at just $1 a month. And you get tons of archive material. Best value on Patreon. I started watching a little bit of the Bad Candy, and I didn't get into any stories. I was like flipping through different movies I had, and I went through that, and I was like, nah. Yeah. We don't condone any of these type of activities. And no, that's not an admission of participating in any activities. Well, Blair, Stepfather, it out. Stepfather 2 has always been one I liked a lot. I met the director at Darkwoods, which is in the DEADPIT country of Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Kentucky, and he signed my DVD for free, so I thought he's a cool dude for that. But that was a real good sleazy version of the Stepfather movie. Yeah, we did a watch along for Bloody Moon or Blood Moon. I don't. We did Bloody Moon, so I'm not sure. I forgot. Jeff Burr, yes sir. Yeah, I saw part of that, or saw the title. There's so many freaking things to watch now. You really have to. I saw some stuff about Gabby. I haven't really looked into it as much as, Stepfather in Space. Maybe your grand stepfather. I watched this series. It came up on my suggested on Netflix. It was called Into the Night, and I think it's a French show. But basically, these people get on a plane, and this guy hijacks it, and basically says the sun is going to kill everybody. And I guess it's true. So they're flying around just to keep in the darkness. So I guess the sun has got some kind of rays. It's killing everybody. I only got to like episode 2, so I didn't really continue. But the episodes are pretty short, 40 to 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. Maybe it's just like mom's date. Mom's boyfriend is the prequel. Mom's special friend. Stepfather in the Hood. Stepfather in Space. You see where this is going. Stepfather A New Beginning. Where the stepfather is Roy in a Terry Quinn mask. It's kind of crazy. Insane in the membrane. Insane. Got no brain. Ooh.
I think I would buy a Terry O'Quinn, man.
Yeah. I like to see Stepfather versus Leprechaun. That would be interesting.
I don't think Terry O'Quinn's too proud of those.
Or,
Never talked.
how about Leprechaun versus Critters or something, you know? I'm sure Warwick Davis would come back for that. But, you know. He was Plates. And, Skin Deep or whatever the fuck that was. In the Womb, the prequel. How about Stepfather Babies? An animated series. Where there's a bunch of babies, male babies that will grow up to be stepfathers. I think that would be promising. Well, horror guy, I don't know. It's a Cuban meatloaf, so
It's called Polpeta.
Polpeta. And what the fuck was that? Paperuno is Donald Duck in Italian. If you listen to Your Cult podcast, you learn that. So you learn a little bit of Italian in this new show. So check it out. Yeah, Die Hard with Leprechaun. I could do that. We could do that. As much as Bruce Willis is phoning it in now, I'm sure he wouldn't even know what the fuck he was doing. He could do that movie and wouldn't even know. He did a battery commercial. So, I'm sure he could do that too. And also, I guess you guys can stay up late Friday night with Wes and Headband Garrett to find out what the releases are for Vinegar Syndrome for their Flash Black Friday sale, which is kind of interesting because it's like 2 months ahead of Black Friday. I think Warwick Davis, I've seen him online. He's like hosting a game show. I forgot what it was called. It's over in the UK. UK's got some good shows. They got one about the Spice Girls on Channel 4. How the Spice Girls changed the world or something. Hey guys, we appreciate all your support. Give a video a like or subscription if you haven't. Hit that bell notification so you won't miss any of this great content. I mean, this is great content, guys.
See, did they really say how the Spice Girls changed the world?
That is the name of the show, or Change Britain. I don't know which one. Either one, really.
I don't think they changed it.
And it was episode 1 where they were like showing the Spice Girls getting together and all the ones that didn't make the cut. And the ones that didn't make the cut look like your grandmother now, which is kind of strange because the Spice Girls themselves look still pretty young and hot. But anyway, that's the kind of stuff I watch. Now, of course, I still watch American Horror Story, which it's kind of interesting that they can just go say anything else they want now on there. It's like rated R television where they can say the F word and everything else. It's kind of strange. Ooh. But Chapelwaite is like I was saying earlier on Epics. It's pretty decent. No, man, Naked Attraction is awesome. That's like a great show. That's well worth your TV license over there. And I like the way they do if you have not seen the show, you need to find it. It is, they have like a male or female, and then they have the opposite sex or the same sex behind these columns that lift up a little bit in different colors, but they'll show like their junk and stuff, and like you sit there and they'll talk about their vaginas or penises before they see their face. Oh yes, Scott. Quickest I saw. What happened Friday afternoon was I was at work, and so I checked Twitter, and I saw Ric Flair was trending. I was like, holy shit, he died. Then I got on there, and they were talking about, oh shit, the Plane Ride from Hell episode. So I watched that shit. Yeah, he's fucked. Well, horror guy, usually it's just one, and that's what we have here, just one, because I don't... Some guy at work, man, he drinks 2 or 3 a day, and I just don't know how you do that, because my stomach gets messed up. So, yeah, and if you want to really get fucked up with an energy drink, what was that one? Red Line. I drunk Red Line. My heart was beating out of my chest after drinking one, and I was like, I can sit here and feel it.
Did your skin get all hot because a guy I used to work with?
Well, I mean, it may have niacin in it when it gives you a flush, but never again will I ever drink a Red Line. Those things are too powerful. But the plane ride from hell, yes. But the thing is, Ric Flair is like 70-some years old. It doesn't matter anymore. He may be blackballed for a while or forever, but you know, his career is over with, and so he can sit back and not do nothing. But we'll see what happens. Nothing may happen. You never know. And then Tommy Dreamer, I heard that he got suspended, which I find, I mean, obviously this was back in the day. Well, 20 years ago. It wasn't that crazy long ago, but you know. Yeah, I'm not really a big Red Bull guy anymore. I mean, every once in a while I used to, but I haven't had any in years. I'm usually Bang, C4, or Rain. I'm reining it in. Because we were driving back from Tennessee, and I found one of these at this Warlord, Watermelon Warlord, and I thought, well, this might sound good. Tastes good, and it did. So I found some at our local store. But I am thinking about doing another Vaughn live stream in October. Maybe the second Saturday in October. I'm not sure. But I was thinking about what I could show that would be, you know, cool. But I have a lot of the horror host. I have a lot of horror host content. A lot of Sammy Terry and stuff like that. So I might stream some of that. I don't know. But we'll see. I'll let everybody know if they're interested. But, you know, obviously the quality is not pristine, but, you know, it's good enough to watch for sure. I've seen I mean, I watch a ton of fucking low quality shit on a big HD TV. Well, I'm pretty sure that could happen to you, Darren, if you go that route. I mean, I'm just not going to do that because that's just way too much. Plus the expense of it is crazy too. That's a lot of moolah. One thing I did buy recently, which I don't have any video of, but I bought these light bars. And they're kind of similar to the Go V lights that I bought, the LED strings and stuff. But they're a lot more character, again. I'm a lot more light. Because my TV is a little larger than what they suggest for these things, but it's pretty good. Like Suspiria and say, stuff like that. It will really go crazy.
My Savvy order shit.
Congratulations.
Death screams.
Death screams are coming for Dana.
I'll have to wait till the 28th.
Yeah, we'll definitely do at least one Saturday or something on Vaughn Live. Would I say that Mario Van Peebles' performance in Jaws 4 was legendary? Well, Blair, I think that there's some things there that stand out. His Jamaican accent was really on par. His appearance, of a Jamaican. So I would say yes. To a degree, it was legendary. Yeah, Jay. You can check out Vaughn Live and go to Miscellaneous. And there's like people streaming movies and TV shows all the time. So especially on the weekends. So if you're looking for some Halloween goodness, there's some horror channels on there that all they do is show horror movies. And but possibly the second week or so of Vaughn Live might be streaming. Possibly do a watch along on YouTube and watch that, and we can bullshit about it on YouTube. Watch Vaughn Live, my channel on Yon Live, and then chat here or something. All things. I actually do have a good idea for another watch along film, but we can do that as well in October. I will try to be nicer to Dana. I've been trying to be nice and cordial, just like our therapist said, and not let things fester. Right, Dana?
Yes, dear.
I've been trying to be nice. It goes against my natures. Well, John, that's a great quote. That's a big sharp man. And Michael Caine got a new house, I think, from that movie or something, right? So that was his main goal in Jaws 4, was to get a new house. Or to pay for it, at least. So, Dana Lynn.
Yes.
Are you ready for your
Yeah, but
takeover?
I just want to warn people that I probably won't be on here as long as normally I am, because in about 30 minutes the pulpita will be ready to take out of the refrigerator.
Well, Jay, just I can't remember Terry Alexander. So the best fake Jamaican goes to Mario Van Peebles or anybody in the Cool Running movie. Cool Runnings.
What about those people on Jaws 4?
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Mario Van Peebles.
Darcy.
So I'm going to let Dana take over for a little while because she's going to have to cook something or get off there.
I think Darcy's going to get sick.
That's a good, yeah, that's the quote, Scott. Ride the horror guy is Last Shark, so good it's bad. It's pretty good for being a bad movie. I think that's probably the best of the fake or the rip-offs.
Great Nas. I wish I could drink that, but
Day of the Dead. I don't know about that. I know what you're saying now. Well, since that guy is in Day of the Dead, so he's in that underground place and really not doing a whole lot. So the other guy, Mario Van Peebles, is out on the ocean and shit, and I think he has the better fake one. I'm not a big Cruel Jaws. I tried to watch that. I never even got through it because it was just kind of boring. There's another one called Devilfish, which is a real crazy one. Was on Mystery Science Theater, but if you ever seen that, that is a great bad movie. Yeah, Darren, we'll do it next Sunday. We'll talk it out. So, have a good one. Dana, you ready?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to get done.
All right. So Dana Lynn's gonna take over for 30 minutes or so, and then
Well, maybe a little less than
we'll see. So, see you next time. For me,
there's a fly on your keyboard.
fly on my keyboard.
You might want to keep a watch on Darcy because she's
Yes.
outside. Okay, I guess Darren left, huh?
Yeah.
Blair said bye.
Bye.
I don't really know what I can talk about. I hadn't really planned anything, so I guess I could do one of my rambling monologues that I usually do. For those of you that might be interested in the live streams that I do, I've been doing them usually on Mondays, but anywhere between 6 and 6:30. Right now I'm in the midst of a 1990s horror retrospective where I cover my favorite horror films from each of the years in the 90s. Uncle Bill from DEADPIT Radio has asked if he could be my co-host when I get to year 1996. Oh, you're still here, Darren? Okay. Was it Scott? I'll have to ask Steve about that. I didn't realize he was advertising it with a percentage of how much I was going to be in here. But anyway, like I was saying, Uncle Bill from DEADPIT Radio has asked if he could be my co-host when I get to year 1996, which will be coming up soon. I think I've got 2 or 3 more before I get to 1996. So you can look forward to that. I haven't really had a co-host on my show since I've been doing these live streams. Right, I ordered Alone in the Dark from Amazon, and then I heard that I guess Screen Factory was sending out emails to people, I guess, that had ordered directly from them that said that they were waiting for stock to actually come in. But I saw my cousin had gotten his copy from Screen Factory yesterday. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for my copy from Amazon. It's still saying temporarily out of stock, which I take that to understand that they must be waiting for stock to come in, and so they just got it marked temporarily out of stock. I could be wrong on that, but that's what I'm hoping anyway, that they really didn't, oversell their stock when it was on pre-order, and now they don't have enough for people and they're waiting for more, because that would really suck. Because there could be a chance that they wouldn't get any more back in, and then I would be looking elsewhere. But I've even looked on eBay to see if maybe people were selling it on eBay for a reasonable price. I can't even find it on eBay, or I couldn't today. But I do, supposedly I have it coming. I just don't know when it's going to be here. On the other hand, I ordered Death Screams or House of Death from Zavvi US, and although it said it would be delivered by September 14th, it just now got shipped. And this is with the limited edition O card. So I will have to let you guys know how that is, how it looks, and the special features and all that when I actually get it. I think the earliest it'll come maybe is Friday. I think that's the expected date. So this coming Friday, I should have that in my hot little hands. Maybe if I'm lucky, it'll come earlier. It says the 22nd through the 24th, so there's a possibility that it could come earlier. Yeah, it probably does, right? Unfortunately, that's the way it goes with some of these things. It's like I unfortunately didn't buy Deadly Eyes from Scream Factory, the rat movie where they had the little weenie dogs running around in rat suits, and you could actually see the weenie dogs in some of the shots. But I really liked that movie, and I don't know why I didn't buy it when it first came out. Steve's got a copy, but we weren't living together and weren't married at the I don't think at the time that came out, so I was still living with my parents at the time. So again, I don't understand why I didn't get it, and now that Blu-ray goes for ungodly amounts. Steve keeps threatening to sell his off. I was like, no, don't sell it off unless we're starving to death or anything, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to see it on Blu-ray. And there have been others that I've seen the prices when I've been putting my inventory in for my Blu-rays and my 4Ks. I've seen the prices that some of these older Scream Factory releases are going for. Especially like Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. Those are going for a ton of money, or people are asking for a ton of money. And there were some others I can't remember them right now. But yeah, sadly that is something that does happen if you're, for whatever reason, you're not able to get some of these releases early enough. I agree, Darren. Dead Screams is a very underrated film. I keep trying to get Steve into it. I think he's watched it one time with me, and we did a commentary over it. And of course, that was the really dark, that's all we had for the longest time. And I think the Blu-ray will look a million times better than any other release. Yeah, I heard that the UK DVD had the scenes in the wrong order. And is that just the UK release, or did the US release, which I've only seen previously in a VHS, would they have gotten scenes in the wrong order even on the VHS? Because there were a couple of things that just didn't really seem to make sense, and I'm not looking for a lot of logic in a horror movie anyway, but there were a couple of scenes that I thought, well, that's weird. Or it just seemed like it never played out to where you understood what exactly was happening. And I don't want to say too much about it, because there may be some people that haven't seen the movie and don't want to know who gets killed or who doesn't get killed. But I will say this, because Darren's probably seen it. One of the scenes I'm confused about is the scene that takes place in the coach's garage. And that's all I'll say, because if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so just the UK version was out of order. So I guess this just there were a couple of scenes that were a little bizarre, and I just felt like there was something missing from the scene, or the scene wasn't clear enough where you could tell exactly what you were supposed to be seeing. And that's a possibility too, Darren, that all the releases that I've been watching have been that VHS release and it was cut. Maybe, with this Blu-ray release, I will actually get to see the film in all its glory. Because the VHS that I watched, and the succeeding like VHS rips I've seen like on YouTube and stuff, have been pretty gory with some of the effects, and then some of them it did seem like, you know, maybe there should have been more to it, and maybe it got cut. So another scene that was a little confusing for me, and again, I'm not going to go into big detail with it, but there's a couple on a motorcycle, and I'm just going to tell you they get killed, but I'm not sure what is happening in that scene to kill them. So I would just leave it there. And Darren, again, probably knows what I'm talking about, and anybody that has seen the film previously probably knows what I'm talking about. There is blood coming from the mouth and something that looks like it's wrapped around their neck, and the killing happens when a train is going over a bridge or whatever. And I don't know if the train is tied in with how they're being killed or what, but it's just very peculiar. That and the scene that happens in the coach's garage, those two scenes have perplexed me. It didn't take away from my enjoyment of the movie. It just confused and perplexed me. So, anyway, I will have to let you guys know more about that release when it's actually in my hot little hands and I can watch it. If I had ordered it from Amazon instead of Zavvi US, I was going to have to wait, sadly, till the 28th or after, because I don't know if it's a distribution issue, if they're having distribution issues with getting like the US release or the all region release to the companies quick enough. But I mean, in the UK, it was out like a day earlier than it was supposed to be in the US. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. Steve, you owe 40% more, Dana, next time. Okay. So, Darren, you're saying that beginning kill scene is bizarre. I'm hoping, you know, the two scenes, that one and the one in the coach's garage, hopefully get cleared up for me, because like I said, they didn't take away from my enjoyment of the movie. I just feel like something was missing from both scenes, or the film was so dark that I couldn't really tell exactly what was going on. I guess enough about Death Screams. I will let you know a little bit more when I actually get it and I'm able to watch it. But for those of you already in the UK, you may already have a copy in your hot little hands now. I don't know. Darren, did you order it? Did you order it directly from Arrow? I was just wondering, because somebody said that they had ordered from Arrow in the UK, and I'm assuming they were in the UK, and they said they already had it. It had already been delivered to them. And it looked like it was in stock and ready to go if you ordered it a day or so ago when I was looking at it. So, anyway. Back to my live streams though. When I finish up the 1990s horror retrospective, my next plan of attack is the shot on video films from the 80s and 90s. Now, no longer am I going to try to cover a whole bunch of movies at one time. I am going to break them up into little chunks until I have covered all of the movies in the Analog Nightmares book. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was so excited because, you know, I got paid last Friday. And I thought, oh, it'll be out in a few days, and I'll be able to, watch it. And then I was like, what the hell? I got on Amazon. It was like September 28th it'd be released. It's like shit. So I'm still glad to be getting it a little bit earlier than I would have from Amazon, but I don't know what the hell's going on with Alone in the Dark. I don't know when I'll get it or if I'll get it or what, but I guess I should have broke down and just ordered it from Screen Factory, but I thought I was playing it smart by ordering it from Amazon, but apparently not. So after the 1990s horror retrospective, I will be doing a series of live streams on the shot on video films of the 80s and 90s, taken from the book Analog Nightmares, in case any of you have that book and want to know what movies actually I'll be covering. Because the previous list I had, which was taken from the internet, a lot of that stuff Steve told me was shot on film and not shot on video. And I was like, okay, well, I need something that's more accurate than this, which is why I got the Analog Nightmares book. So, and then after that is completed, I will probably do one, and again, this will be several chunks, several different live streams on Stephen King movies. And again, like I said, I'll cover those in chunks. I thought I could do a big bunch of movies at one time, but it's just like it makes the live stream way too long. I keep people in here for several hours, and I just don't want to do that. And it also makes me very tired. Very tired by the time I'm done with those. And I have been battling viral infection after viral infection. And no, it's not COVID, in case anybody wants to know. I've been tested multiple times and they came back negative. They're sinus infections, flu, something. And so, I need to get all the rest and vitamin C and all that stuff that I can get so that I stay on, on top of my game. I guess Steve's finally checking on Darcy, and she's coming in now. Steve, I haven't heard the timer on the oven go off. Is it to 0 yet?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, thank you. Which I hate to, cut out early on you guys this time, but as I said earlier, I am making polpetta, which is Cuban meatloaf. And Steve's giving me a hug, or he's trying to strangle me, one of the two. I don't know.
Lean forward.
If he does kill me, remember this is proof on camera. So I hope somebody was keeping a record of this. I don't know what Steve's doing with his fake wrestling belt.
It's a real wrestling belt.
It's fake.
It's real.
It's not a real one from
it says world champion.
Okay, whatever. But anyway, I think I'm gonna tie this up. 4-minute warning. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this up so that I will be ready to complete my polpetta, so Steve can eat something before it gets too much later, because I'm sure he's hungry. And but anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a few minutes, and maybe the next time Steve does one of these, I'll be on here a little bit longer. And I am planning on being on the Euro Cult show with Steve and Darren the next time, where we'll be covering Torso, right, Steve?
Right.
Which I sadly need to rewatch.
Next week.
Okay. Steve says we'll watch it next week. So, Again, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'm going to take off here to finish my pulpeta. And Steve will let y'all know how good or bad that was, I'm sure.
Pulpeta.
Bye, guys.
Pulpeta. So, I'm going to watch this movie off that YouTube channel that I posted on my Facebook. But anyways, thanks for watching and have a great weekend, guys. Peace out.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DEADPIT on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old DEADPIT Radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. DEADPIT on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1. Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DEADPIT on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old DEADPIT Radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts.